Okay, so many people are wanting to know how this solar panel is doing charging the batteries in the dump trailer. Before I get to that, I'm having a bit of an issue now with the tilt trailer, and it's not anything to do with the trailer itself. It's just the fact that the small panel up there has a hard time charging both batteries. So I've moved the charging cable over here. I've repositioned the Duravolt solar panel right to the side here. So both this one and this one up here are both still connected. I'm probably gonna get another one of those, but larger, and one from etrailer that also has a built-in MPPT controller. And we're gonna hook that up out here because I wanna see which one does a better job at maintaining the batteries. All that being said, I have not checked on these batteries yet, and I'm really interested to see how this thing's been performing charging these batteries, because I have not hooked up the power cord to that charger since the first day I just charged them up completely, and then I put this on it to maintain it. Now, it's been a week since I've had that installed, so let's see how it's looking. I'll be right back. All right. Got the top lid open, still in need of a very, very thorough cleaning and dusting. Let's take a look at the charger here. Wow, that's pretty dang impressive, to be honest. So it's 3 out of 4 bars. 4 bars, really, I've only ever achieved that whenever it's plugged in charging, but 3 bars is still considered good. And yeah, it's doing a pretty good job maintaining the batteries so far. These batteries would die pretty quickly, so I'm pretty impressed to see that the solar panel is doing as effective of a job as it is. But that also goes to show, when you throw a 50-watt solar panel up here, it's going to do a pretty good amount of charging on these batteries. So in my opinion, when you have 2 big deep cycle batteries in here, you probably want something like that. And I can imagine this thing's going to work really good now. Oh yeah, no problem at all. So next time I need to use my dump trailer, I'm not going to be stuck at the landfill pulling out a booster box so I can get the top tilted back. So that's really nice. It's always good when your equipment works the way you want it to work. If I had gone with 1 battery in here, then the factory solar panel that they put on probably would have been fine to maintain it, because it only puts out 7 watts. So you know, it's just not that powerful of a panel. It's not going to do a heck of a lot. You throw a 50-watt panel on here, that's an entirely different story. And that does have a solar charge controller, which is also an MPPT solar charge controller built into it. So again, really cool setup. I've got this off Amazon. It was over $100 for it. I'm not sure in terms of longevity how long it will last, but the folks at etrailer also carry this kind of equipment, and they have a really nice one that I believe is 80 watts that we're going to put up against this 50-watt panel, and we'll tie that one to the big tilt trailer over here to see how effective it is. This Duravolt panel does a pretty dang good job, to be honest. It's just a maintainer though. There's no way that this panel is going to charge those batteries up from dead, and I've experienced that multiple times where it pretty much just barely keeps them topped off whenever they're pretty much full. So, you know, I'm in a situation here where I would like them not just to be maintained, but I'd like them to be charged if they do start dropping down. So pretty excited. Don't know if you saw the deer shoot across the back of the yard there when my neighbor got home, but a lot of deer out here. It's really, really beautiful being out here. And, you know, as the sun sets and it starts getting a little darker, it really, really gives you that really nice, tranquil, you know, serenity feel that a lot of people are looking for whenever you move out to larger properties. But yeah, I'm excited that this thing's working. It makes me feel good. This is one of those things that I was concerned about. I've positioned it in a couple different ways to try to maximize how much sun actually hits it. And this seems to be the best angle and tilted in the right direction for it to work most effectively. I am maintaining both my batteries on here, which makes me really, really happy. Next, we just got to get the tilt deck trailer doing the same thing, because I got them underneath all these live oaks, and yeah, they sure as heck keep the sun from hitting them really well. So I'll put the other panel probably out here next to this one, and then just run a longer cord over to the tilt deck, so it gives me the ability to keep that one maintained and charged. Okay, so just so I could kind of do a follow-up, we got some really bright sun hitting this panel dead on, and to give you an idea, look at that. Fully charged. That thing is doing an outstanding job of maintaining these batteries, and that has an MPPT controller on it. Really happy with the setup. This just gives me the ability to kind of set it and forget it, not have to have any type of a charger plugged into it. This 7-watt little charger that's built into the solar panel, or that comes with the solar panel that's on here, just not enough to be able to maintain these batteries and fill them up. These batteries were completely dead, and now I've filled them up completely, and I haven't had to put any other type of a charger on here, any type of a a plug-in charger, an AC charger. Basically, I've just kept this on here for the last, I don't know, probably week, and look at it. It's charging it completely full. You drop down one little bar. Oh, there it is, full. So it's keeping it right at that good, and then this is also good as well, but it's keeping you right at that peak, which is awesome. And I love the sound of a pump that is getting the amount of power it needs to really, really function well. And I have been using the heck out of this trailer. I mean, since the last video, I've probably, we probably have 5 more loads that we've ran. So we're approaching 25, 30 loads that we've ran with this since we got the property. For residential property, that's actually quite a bit. So very, very happy with it. And again, it acts as kind of a dumpster that we can keep out here to also throw stuff away whenever we overfill and the waste company doesn't come by to pick up their stuff. Been really happy with the trailer, to be honest with you. It's just a very, very well-built trailer. It does exactly what I've needed it to do. Some of the roads leading out of here are stupid rough, and you know, it's been able to maintain its own. I have not washed it yet. This trailer has never gotten a bath. Well, you know, I know when you own RVs and other things like that, it's probably customary to wash them occasionally, but when you own a dump trailer, I don't know if there's etiquette when it comes to, you know, keeping them clean and keeping them, you know, presentable. I guess unless you're a commercial company and you have a logo on the side or something. But everything's been working really good. Super happy with how this has been working for me. eTrailer, again, they carry a version of this. I'm going to get one from them so I can kind of evaluate it. It's a higher quality unit for sure. This is kind of flimsy and cheap. So I'll put a link to this product and also put a link to the one from eTrailer, which in many ways is going to be a superior product. This was super flimsy. I had to reinforce it and put the wood around it just to keep it from flopping. You can even see at this point, it's kind of twisted at a bit of an angle. You can probably see it right there. It is nice. The aux block is only there because we moved the trailer recently and I needed to kind of position it back in place. And when I put the aux block underneath here, I don't have the ability to lower it down in some cases as low as I need it to hitch to the truck without it pretty much bottoming out, because the ground here isn't completely level and there's a bit of a mound right here. So whenever that's underneath it, there's not a lot of play to be able to get it as low as you need to get the tongue to bring down over the hitch, if that makes sense. But yeah, very, very cool. Anyways, I'll put some links in the description. If you guys have any questions about either of these trailers, please let me know. I've had a lot of luck with both of them. Definitely put them both to work. They're both really, really high quality trailers, and they just accomplish the task really well. Whenever you need to move a piece of equipment around, I can use this in either a flat deck configuration or I can use it as a tilt deck to load stuff up. I can side load it, which is really nice. It just gives me a lot of flexibility. The only thing I can't do with this trailer, which I wish I could, is drive 2 mowers onto it at once. Mainly because whenever I bring the first one up, it lowers the deck back down and it's too long to fit in this front area. If I hadn't have put the toolbox on, I probably could have just brought it all the way to the front here and loaded a second one. But because this deck right here is relatively short, this is the fixed portion. Whenever I drive something up here and it brings it down, well, the ramp's all the way up and I won't be able to, or the deck is tilted all the way up and I won't be able to tilt it back down to load a second trailer. So I'd have to side load something, which isn't ideal. Part of me wants to get a standard, just a real small, like a 12-foot utility trailer, just so I can move things around a bit more conveniently. Or if I get something like a 16-foot or a 14-foot, I could load both tractors using ramps, and it would give me the ability to utilize the space on the trailer more effectively. Because when I throw the tractor on here or I throw the mower on here, I pretty much can't load anything else on unless, again, I side load it or I load it on the back. And I'd have to load it with either like a bucket or a forklift or something like that. But again, both trailers are absolutely fantastic. They've held up really good. The paint has held up really good in this hot sun. I've had it out in the storage facility, both of them fully exposed the entire time. Haven't gotten any rust or any significant rust, maybe a couple surface areas where maybe the bucket went down and chipped the paint a little bit. But none of it's actually rusting through. It's just a little light surface rust. But they've worked out really well. Anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed these videos. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.